Hello, my name is Matthew Inverso. I am a professor in the psych department here at EIU. I think I'm going to have to give this one to a man named Alexander Kusnikov, who is a professor at Rutgers University where I did my undergrad. When I was a freshman, he was assigned to be my mentor, and I went to speak with him pretty much right away, and we really clicked. We had a very big conversation that day and continued to meet regularly since then, where he really helped guide me along a path towards where I ultimately ended up today. Without him, I don't know if I ever would have found those things that ultimately ended up interesting me. I didn't even end up working for him directly with him in his exact line of work. He was more physiological, whereas I was more cognitively inclined. But even still, without his guidance, I don't know if I would have been where I am today. Dr. Kusnikov was very important to me. Well, the favorite course I'm doing right now is probably my Theories of Personality course. I think it's really fascinating to learn all the different ways in which people have tried to categorize our personalities and explore that nature of human nature. And I also really like exploring case studies of real people and looking at why they are the way they are and what makes everyone tick. So that's a great class. But next semester, I'm also looking forward to teaching a stats section. Completely different reasons, but I do love statistics and love working with numbers. There's a beauty to it. And I'm really looking forward to sharing that excitement with some students, maybe even bringing some people from afraid to passionate. I'm going to go with the grading. No one likes to grade. Nah, not for real. Grading might be a little annoying, but it's not really the hardest part. The biggest challenge to being a teacher, I think, deals with issues of academic integrity. I'm just generally not a very confrontational person. I don't like being a disciplinarian, and I don't necessarily think I'm all that good at it either. I will do it when I have to. I do think it's very important to, mostly from an educational point of view, just tell people what is and isn't considered acceptable. But really all that ends up happening oftentimes is I just end up feeling bad about it. And so I do find that to be a challenging aspect when I have to deal with issues like that. One thing I'm really into these days is doing escape rooms. I have done a fair few in my lifetime so far. I think I'm up to 62 escape rooms that I've done all over the place. And I always want to do more. I love them. I think I like puzzles a lot, and this is just an excellent way to work on puzzles. Beyond that, if I'm looking for something a little bit cheaper or that I can do with fewer people, I'm always down to find a good karaoke night somewhere. Have a lot of fun with that. Well, one thing for sure I'd like to do is travel to really as many places I can. I've never been to Australia. I'd love to get down there one day. I've never been up to Scandinavia in Northern Europe. I would love to explore there as well. Basically, there's a lot of places I've never been, and if I've never been, it makes me excited. I want to travel as much as I can when I can. So that's definitely something on my list of things to do before I die. My next item might be a little bit more on the generic side. I think a lot of people just say this as a bucket list item, but I really do want to try things like skydiving or base jumping. I find that kind of activity very exciting, thrilling. I like thrills, and I think it'd just be a lot of fun in the hands of a competent instructor. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And then third, there are some concerts that I would really love to see, some artists I would really love to see perform concerts that I haven't had the chance to yet, mostly because the ones I have in mind are European and tour in Europe, and it's not that easy to get there. But something like seeing the Poets of the Fall, they're a Finnish rock band, or even attending the Eurovision Song Contest one day would be an amazing experience that I would love to try.